make sure you hit that like button, man. Share, subscribe. We're gonna jump straight into it. So this one is a always gotta remember, it's a 20 Traverse front wheel drive, 9-speed, 9T65. According to my last video, I'll always be messing up the codes of the transmissions. This one had issues where I was told that the car didn't move, but when I got it, it did move, but it had slippage in reverse, slippage in first, and then as it starts to excel, as it starts to go forward some more while it's still slipping, it bangs hard in the gear. So clearly we got an issue internally, so I did drain the fluid. The fluid is black as hell, so you already know how I like to jump straight into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this torque converter off. And it's gonna be a good time to drain this. And then next, I want to get something to make sure I'm not making a huge mess, but there's a bunch of 13mm bolts that go around this bell housing case, so I want to get that off. Give me a second, let me get cleaned up. You better use this extension. And like I said, it goes around like in a full circle. Make sure you get every bolt. You know what? Moving forward too fast. Let me zip this back up. Let's leave that on for now. I am gonna fish out the rest of these bolts, but what I meant to tell you to do first is, y'all caught a mistake on camera, we human, right? We're gonna take off the valve body first. It's a whole assembly. Let's leave these right here for now. Still got a couple more to go, but it's this way. That's what I should have did. All right, so let's jump straight into it. And remember how these bolts go, because like I said, some of these studs work with a bracket that harness sits in. You're gonna be putting everything back together, and you're gonna have to do it again. Well, at least the bolts, meaning like you're gonna have to rearrange them. All right, fluid starting to come out. It's good. Coming out too fast. Let me try to beat it real quick. Make sure we're good. I like to keep clean much as possible, even though it really ain't clean, but transmission will get everywhere, and it's not like this is a trans bench too. This is just a regular workbench. Pry this open. Don't use this gasket over. Make sure you get enough on. And these bolts and shit, I like to sit back in this cover. Next, this whole valve body is going to come out. We're going to bring it out as an assembly. I'm going to leave this harness on here. So first thing I'm going to do, I don't even have my other socket. Give me 1 second. So take off these two. And that can hang. Also had a pick here. I don't know what the hell I did with that. Right here. And I believe output speed sensor. Yeah, output speed sensor. I believe it's right here. Usually they be putting them in wrong, stupid, I mean, like, not the best spots, but correct me if I'm wrong. But last time I remember, this was the output and the input was on the side. So disconnect that connector, and then this neutral safety switch right here. I can move this red tab down out the way. Alright, that's out the way. Alright, we good. Alright, next gonna move this detent spring. That's for one every time you move your gears, or you ever notice when you move this lever on where the neutral safety switch is and you hear it clicking, it's because of the spring. So that is an 8. Just stick that in the cover. Alright, next is going to zip all of these out. Now these I don't move, I don't take them out. They are different length, different sizes, and you can mess up shit if you don't put them back in the right direction. It'll go through the other side of the valve body. It's not a good thing. So follow my lead. Up here. Here. Alright, these two bolts. Don't take this whole thing out too. There's also accumulator pistons, small little pistons inside of here. So believe one of them stay on. Looks like that one stay on. So it's probably these two. 1, 2. Alright, so that's good. Then get the rest of them off. One at the bottom. So it looks like I might got everything out. Only one way to find out is to see if I can pull it away. Couple of bolts, couple of thingies is in my way. Looks like this guy's in my way right here. Come on, who's in my way? That back, so I don't want these bolts to fall out. Like I said, these bolts are different size, so now I literally need to go through this and see who's in my way. Oh, this guy right here. Alright, can inspect the back side of this, make sure it ain't no debris in here, but this is just one half. I know I said it come out of the assembly, but I be doing transmission today, and sometimes I might say shit that pertains to a different transmission, basically. So now, I'm going to take off. This is the actual where the valve body rests in here, so check balls will come out. So I believe this one, it should be this one. Nope. Two of these keep the whole thing together. Or at least the plate side. And one more up here. Put that all to the side. Heard the check balls fall? So make sure you count them. Either way, I always get new check balls. So put this right here. Let me stick this all to the side. These do come with seals, 5 of them. I do replace them. The next I'm gonna get a magnet and I'm gonna extract all of the check balls. So I believe these joints is a total of 5. I know the ones with the electronic shifter, the ETRS, whatever it is, it come with 6. Could be wrong. God damn. Alright, 1, 2, 3. No, grabbed all 3. That's good. So I want to stick these balls where they could be located. The next there is some type of transfer tube. And that just comes straight out. Usually you gotta remove the valve body out the way to get that out, or you can somehow finesse it out because it's like a small little tab. Then let's take out the output speed sensor. Just blow it everywhere. Hate that. Put that. Stick this where the valve body is. Now I wanna clean some of this shit up because it's literally every fucking year. Alright. Everything else you can leave right here for now. You don't have to worry about taking this out. I hardly ever worry about this. Unless you're putting in the steam cleaner thing is, or the CUDA, whatever they call it. So next I want to finish taking off the 13mm bolts I had jumped the gun on. Some people take it off first without doing a valve, doing a valve body. To do a thorough inspection, you strip everything apart. Looks like those were the only ones left. Oh, looks like I got one more up at the top. Next, I'm gonna clean this up. I don't like the way the fluid just sitting there waiting for it to get spilled. And this case should separate now. Might not, but a little pry bar or a sturdy screwdriver. Looks like I might be held in by something else. If not, then these dowel pins could be my issue. They look corroded a little bit. Alright, let me get a pry bar. I'm going to need that for the dowel pin. Actually, I do got one right here. See if I can pry this off from here. And these you're gonna have to be careful too. Don't use like a hammer or anything because you don't want to ruin the surface of anything. Kind of gotta be like delicate with aluminum. Here we go. So got it to move. So this whole thing should come out, and then hopefully the differential don't fall. Oh, didn't. So we got more fluid. So over here, got your oil pump filter. It's another internal filter in here. This is the main filter. So the differential rests in here, but then you got another gear, and this is the housing for the oil pump. So I'm gonna leave it off to the side. I tend to not worry about the oil pump unless I got noise issues. Not using this again. Leave that right here. Next, let me get some of this oil out of here. Just to come out more. probably gonna fall right in the back, but then kind of like really don't care. So I'll get this up best as I could. Slide this forward. Alright. It's also a sun gear that rests inside of here. I want to stick that back into here. Hopefully it falls in there. Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. If not, leave it just like that. Leave that in there until you get this out. This just slides up. And it slides up too. This goes in one way. It's like some type of spacer plate or something like that. Or shim. It's always going to give you a pain in the ass coming out. But sometimes I'll take a mallet. Might got to drop it down just to get it to come back up. Oh, but give me a second. Looks like I got more fluid. Starting to sneak out from the side. Alright, I'm cool with that. I'll clean it up later. Let's see if we can get this. Like I said, I like to tap on this a little bit. Come on. Might have to rock this. Alright, I'm at the bottom of this out again. Here we go. It's just that the clearance in these transmissions ain't the best. Alright, and be careful, there's a washer inside of here, a thrust washer. So I'm going to stick that off to the side right here for now. Alright, next, we take this out. Stick it off here. And that must be some type of transfer tube too. And get this cover off of here. Get that in there. Actually, I'll just toss them in the pan. They ain't easy to get mixed up anyway. Like I said, there's an internal filter in here. I could take that out if you want me to. Kind of like really don't care. But I'll do it for G. But when you're going back and forth and you cleaning it, you want to take it out. Don't skip that part. And this is the filter basically. And I'm just going to leave this off to the side for now. Cool with that. Figure it out. Next, parking pole. Stick that over here. And then here's my favorite thing to remove. It's a main snap ring. Pay attention to your snap ring because they don't go back in the same position. They go back in a certain position that it's supposed to be in. And some people from the factory don't like to put this together. So as you can see right here between this slit, if I want to know where it goes, I have access to SI, and SI usually lets me know. Check out this bridge seal right here. And these holes go for the pistons inside for the fluid travel through. Alright. I hate this part. And pay attention to how this is. It's usually, if you flip it up one way, it's like it's tapered a certain way. Let me see. I hate this part, I really do. And snap ring pliers ain't really the best for this. This ain't the 6L80. That's the worst one. Alright. Looks like I might be good. Try this side over here. Oh, fuck you. Be careful with your fingers. You can hurt yourself. You can work one more outside out. Alright, snap ring out. Lay that off to the side. I think I'm gonna get this dip in the back. I don't like the way it's just sitting here. I don't know why I got other shit on this table doing this. So this is the output sun gear, I believe. There is a bearing on here. Leave it on. I'm gonna stick that off right there and keep everything in order so you don't lose yourself. The reason why I call it the output sun gear is really technically because this guy, but it has a shell on it. So this looks dark. This looks like some type of backing plate or something like that. Should be able to get this out. Let's see. Sometimes the whole thing come up, sometimes it don't. Let's see if I can. Oh, make sure you take off the seal. Should have been did that before everything. But put a new one on too. That's important. For your transmission to fuck up if you don't have that seal. Alright, so it looks like it's gonna be a. Alright, so this is the first time I actually pulled the whole assembly out together. So it looks like at the back of this too. Slide this over. This is the 3/8 clutch, piston back here for 3 to 8 gears basically, and with some of the steel plates and a weight plate down in there. I'll take out the input spacers, but this usually separates pretty easy, and going back in, it'd be easier to dress everything as is and drop it in, trust me, or you can do it piece by piece, slow. So this one is the R12345 I believe, one-way piston. It's actually 2 ways it locks, but one-way piston technically. And these, if you remember from my last video, it ratchets, it locks one way, and then for the rest it's a R1234, so it works multiple gears. So one side it locks one way, and then the other side, I guess it does the same thing or whatever. But this one, see how I was able to ratchet a little bit? It's hard. So this explains, so this is for the R123456. So this explains why in reverse it acts funny, and then the forward gears it slips too, and it also bangs in the gear. So you don't take these apart. It's non-serviceable because it's a one-way. It's a bunch of one-way clutch with diodes, mechanical diodes in here. They're a pain in the ass to put back together because I did it before. Don't do that again. It comes as is. Just get it done. Good. Air check this. Give me a second. I don't think I need to air check it because it don't work. We want to air check it anyway. So when I apply air to this, the clutch lock one way, but it also serves 2 purposes, to lock 2 different things basically. So it's like a 2-way, one-way clutch, if that makes sense to you. So here's the holes to air check this. Oh shit! This shit shot right in my damn face. Just to like the mist of it. Let me try this. Sound like shit. Don't sound good. And I don't want no transmission fluid flying all on my camera, so we're gonna leave this off to the side right here. So that's no good. Next, this is the output carrier gear. The reason why I know that is because this is similar in these style transmissions, especially from the 6-speed, and I know that for sure. So it's the output. There's also a washer in here, goes in a certain way. Input carrier gear, also got a washer in here too. Then got, looks like a sun gear that rests on here, but I'm not sure what this hub is. Looks like some type of reaction hub. This is the 2, 9, and 4 clutch housing. And this one can get checked in the same similar fashion. Let me see if you can see. Alright, that worked. I want to inspect that thoroughly later on, because that extends out far. That's might what it does. So it serves two purposes. The inner and then the outer. Put that all to the side. Next we got the last transmission I did. Take this out. I forget exactly what it's called. So this is the 2, 9, and 4 clutch housing, and this is just a hub right here. I'm gonna get this out in a second. Actually, I didn't mean to take these out. Undress these. I'm gonna inspect those later on. Actually, I'll take separate the whole thing off of it. That rests in there. That right there. 2, 9, and 4 clutch housing, and this is just the hub right here. 2, 9, and 4, and it's got a thrust washer that go in a certain way. It's dummy proof. The last one, if you watched a few videos ago, this ring right here failed. Right here. Hold on. It's just a thrust bearing, basically. Acts as a thrust bearing. It works as a, I guess the piston must draw this, but there's another bearing on the inside. It cracked like in between over here behind a bearing somewhere. That gave out. Set that off to the side. Oh, I forget. 9 speeds always going to have an issue identifying shit, only because it is too new, literally too new. So you ain't like 6 speeds. I know all of the parts for the 6 speeds. So let's take this off. Another sun gear setup, and then this is basically 3/8. Let's stick that in there. And then I can air check it. And that's how you air check at least this input drum, basically, for the 3/8. So some of these holes ain't gonna be right. I don't know why I always start with the front ones when the ones in the back. So it looks like I found the cause, the failure. Hold on. I gotta take the clutches out of that and inspect it though, but it works. The piston. That's for the 3/8 clutch right there. Let's try this one. And this is for I believe 3/8 and 4, 5, and 6. I believe it's real similar to the 6 speeds. I'll label everything so we won't be all confused, basically, but at least they work. Take this out. Now, let me take the rest of these out. I don't know how the hell I got that stuff in there. So this looks like, let's come over here somewhere. So I'm just going to leave that with that. And then, this is a ply ring. I already checked the piston, and then when I air checked it, I need to take out the input speed sensor, but I'm just looking to make sure this case ain't like scored up, ain't damaged or anything. It looks good. So the only thing that looks like was the failure was this R1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 one-way clutch. Let me check these pistons. These pistons don't look bad. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. So many pieces. These steel plates and friction materials and wave plate too. That way. Look good. It's also another clutch setup. Probably a low drive gear or something. They look good. Look like they can be used, but I'm not using them again. Because when I come in here, I don't come in here for just one part. I come in there to rebuild it. So let me stick this off right here. So yeah, it looks like this one-way clutch gave out. So let's just, I'm gonna take this apart if I can find a pick. So it's snap ring. It's real simple. Now me tearing this down is just a tear down. That's all it is. Now as far as rebuilding, y'all know damn well YouTube don't pay me to be showing y'all how to rebuild a transmission, but I will always show y'all tear down videos. I'm not going to show nobody going back together, and two, it's best to just follow instructions going back together. So you should be thankful I'm giving you some type of content. So this backing plate is cooked. This friction plate is cooked. It's black. Look like Wesley Snipes. The steel plate is done. I cannot use it, or I cannot scuff it down. Some of them I've been scuffing down. This friction plate is worn so bad it looks like a wave plate. Y'all won't know what a wave plate is, but this is super thin. The steel next to it, done. Hope it's not missing a friction. Oh, it's not missing a friction. It's not a steel plate. It's a friction plate turned steel plate, basically. And I guess it worn down real good. So yeah, this clutch setup right here, this group of clutches is done on this side. So yeah, this getting new clutches, all clutches, period. This backing plate I am going to use again. I'm getting a one-way clutch, and everything else looks good. Guess I'm going to confirm that this was this 5.7 and 7.8. It's a 5.7, 6, 7, 8, 9 hub right here. Make sure that look good. The planetary gears look good in here. This is not cracked. Looks good. And my input and output carrier gears look good. Overall, there was no metal in this transmission, so I don't need to go all crazy worrying about what need to get replaced when obviously I found the root cause, pretty much this one-way clutch. So that's that. So I'm Leekautorepair. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe. This is a 9T65 coming out of a 2020 Chevy Traverse with a 3.6 engine, obviously. So I'll holler at y'all in the next video.